turn these on. So this is quite an interesting project. It seems to be growing slowly over time. If we start this up. As you guys can see, hopefully you can see a virtual data center here.
Literally.
If I stick the headset on, you should now be able to see my hands flying up in the air, and you can see several hosts. I can walk over to them and I can pick up a VM, and I can see this is a Photon VM with 1 gig of RAM, 4 gig of storage, and actually this is a finance VM. They've really upset me today, and I'm going to throw that in the bin. Actually this one's a bit noisy, so I think I'm going to go to page 4 over here, and I'm going to dump it there. I'm going to VMotion it there. I might go back to this host as well. Project 15, pretty certain that was a really rubbish kit. So I'm going to throw that over there, and I'm just going to make sure it's in motion. So I'm just going to pop over here and have another look. You can see I can kind of interact with my data center. You can bend down. Doesn't work so well with this headset, but I can have a look at the host. If I come back over here, I'm going to grab this very big VM here. So this is a on-premise VM, and I've just had a very nice thing signed off. And if I turn around, I can see VMware AWS, and I've been given the green card to VMotion and migrate that into VMware. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes, and I'm going to pop over here, and I'm going to go take a journey to the cloud. And as you can see now, I'm in a big fluffy cloud. Got a couple of hosts going, but I've got a bit of a problem over here. I've got enough compute, I've got enough memory, and I've got enough storage, but something's not quite happened. So I'm going to go over here and go, oh, hang on, didn't I just migrate this VM? Maybe that's tipped me over the scales a bit. And if I come back over here, I've got a really creepy looking dude here, Brian. I don't like him, he just freaks me out. I don't know what it is about him, he scares me. You can ask him questions, but I don't want to ask him anything today.
Can you replace him with Clippy?
I'm wondering that.
It looks like you're writing a letter.
Yeah, but as you can see here, I've got a few different options. This is where I'm now going to fall over, and I'm going to enable Elastic DRS. And as if by magic, can you guys see the VMs flying all over the place?
Yeah.
And they're about to land over there, so I'm going to come over here. They're taking a little while to VMotion, because my laptop is running a bit slow, obviously. But they will suddenly start eventually falling on there. If I come back here and look at the cloud, as you can see, CPU's fine, memory's fine, and my storage is fine. And thankfully that didn't crash, which was quite nice. And you know, this is quite an interesting project for me because, yes, I was a bit encapsulated there. Could you really imagine yourself doing the office? I got to admit, I did try it one day in the office. It was quite interesting. The product does work. You can actually jump in, have a bit of a mess around. It's a bit interesting, but you know, the project is actually a live project, so you can actually give feedback. Originally this was written for the HTC Vive. I was very fortunate to come into Oculus Rift at one of these events, and I wanted to give it a go. I thought, why not? And I've got 2 blogs on my website, feel free to reach out, where I've now got the Oculus working off of it fairly natively. Do need to use Steam, hence why having there, so it works as an interpreter. And these headsets, I'm going to say they don't cost that much, but they're £300. They're a lot cheaper than your Rift and your Vives. They work with it. Mine actually come free with this laptop, ironically. So I was well happy at that point. As you can see on here, there's 2 little cameras. And this intrigues me. I'm wondering whether we can do AR. And so I wanted to start talking to Alan about and wondering whether or not, well, what happens if I put QR codes on my servers? Can I look at them, use the JSON and the REST APIs? Well, actually, if I look at the server, a bit like kind of modern version of Google Glass, they're a bit more chunky, but if I had the ability to walk from my laptop, look at the rack, look at a host, could that then give me an exploded view of what's running on that? I can then pick it up for another thing, look at health. I'm no by any means a developer, but I've even thought, well, actually, it is all just APIs pulling this. Could I interact that with a firewall? Because that firewall isn't on fire. There's a problem with that. I look at my virtual data center, I can look at different elements, look at my host, look at my networking, and I can see if there's any problems. So it's a nice way that the project is taking off, and different ways it could go. So, I think they might have done it as a little bit of a gimmick, but I actually quite like it. It's a different way of managing your data center. It's a bit more visual, a bit more interactive, and you could probably see it go